Hi, boys and girls. You should have a kindergarten writing journal. Now, your kindergarten writing journal will have a box where you can draw a picture. Please take out your writing journal, and this week for the prompt that you're going to work on all by yourself with your learning coach in your Nova Learning is a prompt about winter. So I want you to tell me something truthful about winter. That means you're going to explain it to me. So tell me about winter. It's probably going to be something that you observed on a winter walk, or maybe it could be something that you read about in the stories with me this week, but something that happens in winter. You could even share a winter tradition or a winter holiday. But I would like you to use the word winter in your writing. So you're going to write your first and your last name, leaving a space. Then you're going to draw a picture of winter, a picture that you might want to write about. So for me, I think I'm going to draw a picture of winter weather. So I'm going to draw this tree right here. And maybe I'll draw another tree, because there's trees that look like this, but there's also bare trees with no leaves on them. So maybe I'll draw another tree like this. And I remember that there was a red cardinal who was flying. And I guess I didn't really do the coloring very well, but I could draw a red cardinal flying, and maybe if I had crayons, I would color this in, and he could be flying through the air, because when I was reading those books this week, I remembered reading about a cardinal in wintertime, and then I remember that you can get a lot of snow in the wintertime, so I'm going to draw a snowfall. And now that I think about it, one of my new vocabulary words was icicles. So I might draw some icicles hanging down, because I know that in winter we often get icicles and it's cold. Now, boys and girls, your picture could be about anything that has to do with winter, but it should be something true. Maybe I'll even draw a pond over here that's frozen, because I know that in the wintertime, you could play hockey on a frozen pond. And there's a hockey stick and a puck. I want you to think hard about a picture that you could draw that's important to you. It does not have to be like my picture. Not at all. I want your writing to be your writing. Now, boys and girls, I want you to think about a good sentence for winter writing. So, for example, I think my writing could say, in winter. So I always start my sentence with a capital letter. In, and then what do I have to leave? Definitely, I have to leave a space. So I'm going to write the word winter for you. Winter. Now I'm going to write the ER because I know how to spell it. But remember, when we're sound spelling, write all the sounds that you hear. And it's okay if some of the words are not exactly correct, because we are writing the sounds that we hear, just like you practiced with me at your Google Meets. In winter, I could say it is cold. There are icicles. I play hockey. It can snow. I think because I drew a lot of snow in my picture, my first sentence will be, in winter, it can in winter, it can snow. And there is a W at the end of snow. And then at the end of my sentence, there's always a period. Now, boys and girls, if you're still learning your letters, Have your learning coach help you. Tell them you'd like to label a cardinal. Cardinal. Yes, the first sound in cardinal is k, so I could write a letter C. Or maybe you want to label hockey. Hockey. The first sound in hockey is h, and that's the letter H. If you don't know what letter makes the sound that you hear, tell your learning coach and ask them to identify the letter so you can begin to write it. If you don't know what a letter looks like, ask your learning coach to write it and then you can write it too. Or maybe they could write it in highlighter and you could trace over it. If you're ready for more, see if you can write 1 or 2 or 3 or even more sentences about winter. When we meet for Google Meets this week, I would love for you to show me your winter writing and share it with our group. Keep up the good work.